You said it's disgusting that property owners are creating homelessness just to make an extra dollar. They are pricing us out. They are playing the game of Monopoly with our livelihoods. I just don't understand how housing isn't considered a human right. You, Andrew, said money and greed drive everything. So tell me about that. Tell me what you think.
I mean, I still stand by that statement. People are completely okay with turning away working class people, elderly people with disabilities from having a place to live, a roof over their head. I don't understand how someone could go to sleep at night knowing there's another family on this block that won't be here next month. I understand that everybody has a job, everybody has to make a living, but can't you still make a profit without inflating housing and rent to the point where there's no more middle-class families living in a neighborhood?
What is it that you think these property owners and landlords should do? Do you think they should charge based on what you can afford?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Well, that is what you're saying.
I think there should definitely be affordable housing in every city.
My question is, you're saying this is greed and money. If you owned those properties
Yeah.
and you were renting them and you had the opportunity to sell them at a profit, are you saying, oh, I can't do that because Kyla and Andrew need a place
No.
to stay? Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
No.
Are you actually saying that's what you would do if you owned that property?
No, 100% not.
It's definitely a free market. I mean, how can you tell someone they can't make a return on their investment?
But that's exactly what you're saying. You're saying it's disgusting that property owners are creating homelessness just to make an extra dollar.
When they jack the rent up twice the amount that you're paying before, I mean, there's a difference between making a profit and just being straight greedy. But to think, you got to have some humanity. Again, I guess everybody doesn't think that way. Maybe not. But for me, I personally wouldn't be able to do that to somebody. How is that humanity? How is there any empathy for those people? And I'm not saying that I have a solution to the problem by any means.
But they're not your therapist, they're your landlord. You're talking about empathy. Do you have any idea what their costs have become?
I know there's two sides of the story. I understand that.
But it comes down to, I mean, are you going to complain about that or are you going to find a solution for you? You can complain about it. But I'm being realistic with you. It isn't going to change anything.
I agree.
They're not going to say, I'm not going to turn these into condos and sell it because it puts people out of a place to live.
Sure.
Not going to happen.
Right.
It's just not going to happen.
Well, then I think I totally get that, but then I would love to argue, don't complain when the people you kicked out are encamped on the public street. Don't complain when I'm in my van and I have to park in the neighborhood where you kicked me out of, and then I guess we can be even.
No, that's not even, because you shouldn't be having to live in that van.
I agree.
Don't get me wrong. I agree that your situation with both of you working, you have a job, you have 3 jobs, you're hustling your ass off, and you can't keep a roof over your head. That's not okay. I'm saying blaming the system in terms of somebody that's wanting to sell their property or raise the rent in a free market, that complaining about that's not going to fix your problem. Because if he comes and says, all right, I'm going to do this for you here, then he's going to start asking questions. How are you spending your money? How did you get in this situation? Why are you here? You got to figure out, am I doing everything I can do? There's 3 budgets you can figure out. What you want, what you need, and what you can afford. You got a $360 a month cell phone bill. You have a storage unit, $180 a month. Your child support's $1,050. You can't afford $1,050. You need to have that revised. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.